Hey, peace and love, fam. It's Sam Thousand with Vibrations. Happy Saturday to you all. Yo, this is Soundboard Saturday, where we are providing a soundboard for people to come and talk about the scene. As you know, Vibrations just launched our brand new app for open mics, jam sessions, and now workshops in Greater Chicago. And we want you to be a part of this movement. So if you haven't downloaded the app, go to your app store and download the app right now. It's free for the community. It's free for us to use to find out where to go and who to know. Today for Soundboard Saturdays, I got some special guests that are going to be joining in with us. These are curators and also artists on the scene who are doing magnificent work, creating space for open stages. Now, the reason why we say open stages is this is because this is where we have the space where we have free speech to express ourselves. And these are also spaces where other creative people reside. And artists love to be around artists. So we are so grateful for this platform. We're so grateful for this opportunity to share space with other artists and to build. What's really important today is really understanding for Soundboard Saturdays. I want to have a discussion about, this climate that we're in with all this divisive language, this political climate that we're in. We're trying to figure out and just talk about how important and how needed open stages are, how important and how needed are open mics to share and express your creativity, jam sessions to jam with each other, and also workshops to provide resources to other artists. So we'll be back. Stick around. We're going to be bringing in some guest artists and curators with us, and we'll be having a little conversation. If you'd like to join the conversation as well, I'll be dropping the link so you can jump in. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Soundboard Saturday. All right, once again, we're here at Soundboard Saturdays with Vibrations. Once again, my name is Sam Thousand. I'm the founder of the Vibrations app. This is an app for helping artists and curators find open mics, jam sessions, and workshops in Greater Chicago. We have some special guests that are going to be joining us right now. First, I'm going to bring to the stage Rich Robbins. Y'all make some noise for Rich Robbins.
Peace, y'all. Peace. What up, Sam?
Yo, what up, man? You got the
Look
balloons
at that.
working
Come on.
today, bro. Come on.
Happy
How
to
you
be here,
feeling
bro.
today?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed to say that I'm warm inside right now, So I feel good. I'm happy on this Saturday, happy to wake up, happy to be participating in this conversation for sure.
Yes, sir. Can you talk a little bit about your initiative on the scene, your open mic that you have that's making a return for 2025?
Yeah, so Respect the Mic. It has been officially dubbed as Chicago's most
Mhm.
intimate open mic. Two-time nominated best open mic or best open mic series in Chicago, according to Chicago Reader, and so we're proud to stand on that for sure. But it's an open mic space that started about 6 years ago. This is our sixth year that we're about to embark on, which is crazy to say, but it is the last Thursday of every month, 7 to 9 p.m. at Positive Space Studios in Logan Square. And we're very blessed to collaborate with such a great, amazing little art gallery that's been our home since day one. We've only hosted it somewhere else one time, and that was to celebrate the 5-year anniversary. So shout out to consistency and folks that help make that consistency happen for sure.
That's what's up. All right, we're bringing in Binky next. Come on to the stage, Binky.
What
What's up?
up?
What's up?
No balloons? That's crazy.
Hey, that's
I
wild. That's
know.
That's
disrespectful.
wild, Rich.
Yeah, Vicky, can you talk a little bit about your initiative on the scene here that is art therapy?
Oh, for sure. I started an open jam session called Art Therapy, and probably during COVID, and it was really out of necessity because the cast was lonely and needed some love. You know, feel me? So artists love to me. So it started just like at my place. I live in an all-black artist residency, which is actually nominated for one of the best. Bronzeville is nominated for one of the best art districts in the country. You know what I'm saying? We're in the top running, and my building is included in that. The artist lost. So I started it there, but essentially what it is it's a jam session with things like meditation, coloring, like and if you're not an artist per se, you still can come get some art and create and get back to it. So actually been doing a lot more consistently lately. I've been kind of sporadic with it, and people's like, man, you need to do this all the time. So watching Sam move, man, watching Rich move, you feel me? The curators, you know what I'm saying, curator kings over here. You feel me? So I've been inspired by y'all to keep it more consistent. So yeah, art therapy is going to be every second Saturday of the month, and I also host grown folk stories. Is it the same time? Is it every third Thursday? I think it's every third Thursday. Every third Thursday,
yeah.
Every third Thursday at the Promontory. It's a POC ran storytelling event. And it's beautiful. We just celebrated our 13th year.
Wow.
13 years. Let's bring a curator queen to the stage now.
Come on, queen.
Y'all make some noise for Ari.
Hello. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Yes. And this is Soundboard Saturday. Happy to have you here in the space. Can you talk a little bit about your initiative on the scene?
Yes. So I started a event called Mic'd Up Monday. It is curated with my juice bar called Banny's Beats Co-Press Juicery, which is in Beverly. So we do it every third Monday of the month, and it's been happening now for 3 years. We haven't missed one Monday. Sometimes we do go to different locations, and it's been partnered with EEMC Entertainment, which is our favorite sound engineer, Eric Christian, also known as DJ E. So he helps to curate this with the Beat Squad from Banny's Beats. So we have conscious cocktails there where we mix the juice with some adult upgrades if you drink. If you don't, that's totally fine. We have other local vendors there, all local artists all the time, from poetry to singing to rapping. We have a live band. And it's just like turned into what they coin as group therapy, and people just kind of get inspired or collaborate later, and it's got legs of its own. So I'm just grateful to be a host of it, but certainly everyone that's a part of it every Monday makes it what it is. So so last Monday we hosted it at the Signature Bar downtown, just to kind of see how we feel in other spaces. But our home is next door to the shop. And it was just kind of birthed out of the necessity of trying to figure out how to communicate with the community beyond just their physical health. Like, what does it look like to socialize health? So I love music and I love artistry. So that was how this kind of whole thing came up.
That's what's up. Yeah, last time I was at Mic'd Up Mondays was at Banny's Beats, and it was so live. It was so packed too. It was cold outside, but it was nice and warm inside.
Yes, it
For
gets
sure.
packed in there.
Yeah. All right, and we have one more guest we're gonna bring to the stage. Hope she's ready. Y'all make some noise for Jacinda from Kumba Links.
Hey, come on.
Hey, peace, y'all. Peace.
What's
Yeah,
up?
what up?
Peace. It's been a minute. How you feeling?
I'm good. Give thanks.
Yes, thanks.
Yes, I stepped in for some Kumba Links family.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all sharing all of the beautiful things going on around the city. I'm definitely just on here representing Kumba Links. We are, a youth arts org, been around for Whew, we about to get into our 30th rotation.
Yep. I love it.
Giving
That's
thanks for
big.
that. Yeah. But for sure, don't want to take up too much space. But you know, Kuma Links in April, we opened up the Poetry Making Playground, which is a pop-up interactive experience. There's like 13 different ways that you can take poetry from page to stage to play. And yeah, so at the playground we host, you know, not something consistent, but just monthly different community events. They range from, you know, healing arts, curating healing arts experiences, to open mics, to sip and paints, to, I don't know, whatever you can dream up, improv nights. Anyway, just to engage with our community, with each other, to be well, to be creative, to love on one another, to see each other, and just to grow and imagine and practice that more just and equitable world that we all talk about.
Mhm.
Yes, and thank you for bringing up the Poetry Making Playground. I'm very interested to learn more, being that y'all have so many different types of offerings. For you and for anyone else out there who's watching, just know that we have an app to platform and centralize all of these wonderful open stage events that are happening in Greater Chicago. Not just Chicago, but Greater Chicago. And we definitely want some more love on the West Side. I do have to say that we definitely want some more love on the West Side of Chicago, because we know that there's a lot going on, and we want to help promote that. So anything that's open stage. So when you say an improv night, that is a jam session, okay? Because this app is not just for musicians, and it's not just for poets. This is for performing artists. We're talking about dancers, comedians. We're talking about storytellers, even puppetry. We have the largest puppet festival in the world in Chicago, the largest puppet festival. So we're definitely trying to centralize all of these amazing things that are happening. We know Chicago is bursting at the seams with creativity, with artistry. And so this is our way to kind of bring it all together. Now, also, we're in a space right now to where, you know, things are changing on the political climate. I'm sorry, were you going to say something?
I wanted to say, when you brought up the West Side, I forgot to mention and share the Kuma Links performance ensemble opportunities for young folks to engage. And I know that's why you invited Jali, who's about to log on.
Oh, sweet.
But yeah, so Kuma Links hosts a youth hip hop theater ensemble, and it was on a hiatus for a minute, and we're back under the direction of Jali Bully and Sajadi Diego Salter. So they're two alum of the ensemble, and we're super excited for them to rebuild really how Kuma Links started back in 1996. We started as a hip hop theater ensemble. So that starts in March, and we're looking for young folks between the ages of 14 and 18. So if y'all know any young folks that vibe and like all this beautiful art and culture that you all are creating, please send them our way. The apprenticeship meets on the West Side at the West Side Justice Center on Fridays and Saturdays.
That is what's up. Yeah, we definitely gonna tap in. We're gonna keep amplifying too. I don't remember the first time I saw Kuma Links. I think we had a collaboration actually, but man, you know, out of this world. You know, like the approach y'all take with these youth, and how they are like, how they explode on stage with just all this creativity is just so amazing. So thank y'all. And I even posted on that on the post that I saw where they were talking about this initiative. I was like, man, this is legacy right here. You know, to see that they came through this program and now they're spearheading it. You know, I think that is a beautiful thing. So let's get into some open discussion right now. You know, with all the things that we have going on, I just want to talk about just the necessity, you know, that is here, you know, that is imminent, that is apparent with the times that we're in, how important it is to have these open stages. You know, almost, you know, I was saying earlier that it feels like, you know, Chicago artists and just the scene in general, you know, we kind of are underground, you know, so, you know, when shit does hit the fan, or if it hits the fan, you know, like we will be the space where we'll be the safe space where we can actually have free speech for the longest. You know, our stages will be those stages, you know, And so I see Jai's in the backstage. Go ahead and turn your camera on, Jai. I'll bring you in. You're just in time for this conversation. We just want to talk a little bit about the need for open stages here in Chicago during this political climate. What's up, Jai? How you feeling? Let me unmute you here. Say something now. Unmute yourself. All right. I think you're trying to work it out. So when you get unmuted, I can bring you back in, brother. So the first question I want to pose is just like, you know, how do we continue to create safe spaces for people to express, you know, their feelings and to express themselves through their art, for our open mics, for our open stages, for our workshops? What are some ways that we're taking some action? Maybe if it's something different that's happening in these next iterations, or different conversations that are happening. What are some ways that we're engaging our communities differently?
All right, I'll take it. Everybody's jumping in. Man, social media. You know what I'm saying? Social media is definitely I tapped in for the show I did last month. I tapped into one of the to some Black Chicago, and when she posts about her digs, they go up. You know what I'm saying? Because she like House Vibrations, the app, like gives all the information about the underground Jones. She goes to the underground Jones and gets Jones, woman from Philly. She goes to the underground. She goes, I travel, but she goes there, gets video of it, and then she posts reels of it, and they go up. So I hit her up specifically to come through, just to like get the word out there more. You know what I'm saying? And I Virgo'd her ass there. She was like, I don't know if I'm gonna come out. I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And she came. So like, just using social media in an intelligent way. You know what I'm saying? I parts of me kind of. We've all invited 1,000 people to our shows, and Chicago, you know, you got to invite 1,000 to get 30. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And that's why I appreciate everybody who, especially Cuban Links, who've been going since '96, like inviting people, getting people to come to your joint to realize, like, yo, this is helpful, niggas. It's great. It can help people. So convincing people of that sometimes gets a little asinine, but I think that once. Because it's hard to explain, like, what we do when you're there. When you're there, you just feel it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel it. You get the help you need. You get the therapy that you were seeking and not even know you were seeking. But to get them there, you know, is a thing. You know what I mean? But social media is a big way to help.
Yeah, I feel like I could bounce off of that. You know, I think two ways to answer the question, Sam. That how do we keep on building these spaces? For me, it's consistency, and it's having an inner circle. And I think one kind of leads to the other. So with the consistency, I think now more than ever, physical spaces are really important for us. I think a lot of people are depending on these digital platforms to be able to maintain connections, and we're finding out that connections that are made and relationships that are made digitally have a weaker foundation than if you are in a physical space with somebody and are able to communicate with them face to face. So building those spaces consistently is important. That's really difficult to do. And we were talking about this a little bit backstage. What up, Ja? It's so good to see you, bro. We were talking about this a little bit backstage, but what happens when the person or the people that build these spaces consistently cannot nurture themselves in the way that they need to in order to maintain these spaces, right? Where do we go as facilitators of spaces? That can be a very isolating feeling. Where do we go to get fed and to get nurtured? And that's where that inner circle, I think, comes from. I was telling Sam and Binky backstage that I've been watching this little series on CEOs, super random that I was watching it, but this one CEO of Potbelly was saying the way that he keeps grounded is he builds relationships with other CEOs because they're the only people that know what he's going through. And in a similar fashion, I think being a curator and being a facilitator of spaces and really somebody that holds a lot of people's stories, where do I go other than other people that also do that similar line of work, and start building with them and start building, good connections with them, like-minded people. And that's kind of what I mean by inner circle. It's just folks that just know and can really relate to what you're going through so that you can go back out there and continue to do the work and continue to build these consistent spaces for people. So I think that's how I would answer that question, Sam, is having, making sure that you have both of those things, along with what Binky's saying, having that strong digital presence. I mean, there's no better currency right now in 2025 than having a strong digital presence, but that paired along with the consistency and being able to nurture yourself is key.
Agreed.
Go ahead, Art.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. I would add also, like, I would say yes to all of those things, and supporting for me, the artists that come through I don't really call it, it's open mic, but it's more organized. Like, it's not, you could walk up, but it's more random when you walk up because you're just feeling inspired. But I pretty much know who's gonna perform it. But supporting them where they are, it's been very helpful to maintain, and not just the community, but like the space with like an ebb and flow of new people. Because when you go out to other people's events, and I'm even allowing a lot of the artists to use my space for their events and whatever they have going on or whatever they're trying to curate, that's supporting me with building that momentum to where when we do have show days, we're seeing new people, we're just getting more energy around what we're doing, and then it's helping to like maintain like the physical space, right? So like if someone's having their EP release, or if somebody's having whatever they're doing, if they just want to have a meetup with their friends, I'm like, yeah, like this is a part of your community now. Like this is a part of what you have access to. So absolutely, if you want to do your own jam session, you can. If you, whatever you want to do, figuring out how to meet them where they are has been a key feature for maintaining the space and the community. So I think that's another way of how we can continue to do it, because we all, like I always tell people every time they come to Mike Up Monday, like literally everybody brings all of them. Like somebody might be like, man, I cook real good, and then next week they'll be like, can I make some food for y'all? And it's like, yeah, for sure, as long as it's vegan. For me, like I'm like, we're doing a space that's vegan. We're trying to like allow them to have like a new experience. So not everybody's vegan, that's fine, but you could be vegan for 2 hours of your night, and it's not gonna kill you. So so that's just something that we try to do, to just kind of have a little edge, and then like just introduce new things. That was like one of the goals. But like everybody brings those different features of themselves, and then they try to like test it out. So we're like this little incubator space, if you will, for like multiple things, for like all of you. Like like I actually danced with Kubalix. Like I did something with Kubalix and DePaul many years ago. So this is just beautiful to kind of come back and see how intertwined this community is, and just know that we're all still fighting to like save space for the essence of like what we do. So it's all related. So like even like I've come to some of Sam's events before, even him ever stopping by Mic'd Up Monday, and then after stop by Mic'd Up Monday. Like no matter how tired you are, no matter, like you gotta kind of show up for other people too. So that's what I would say. Like yes, and show up. Like don't just have people just coming to your stuff. Like it's important to get other people's stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to venture back off of that. That support is so real. I actually love going to my niggas' events. You know what I'm saying? Because how about this? As artists, sometimes it's your only time to see these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like since we're all doing artist stuff, like we all have the respect for each other as artists because it's like if somebody doesn't come to one of my gigs, I'm like that's my friend. I know he's doing stuff. But if I have the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, I want to go to y'all events. You know, I'm definitely coming to Mike Up Money. So I'm gonna tear that bitch up. I have never been there. I'm sliding, and it's food there too. You had me at hello. You know what I'm saying? But support is super super important. I like that. That's dope.
Well, yeah, can we get someone from Kumbalese to talk about, the impact y'all making with the youth and how important your platforms are? I know we got the poetry making playground and then also open calls for the Kumbalese Performance Ensemble. What is are there any differences, based on the political climate that's happening with your programming, with your discussion, is everything the same? Are we still, continuing on to push forward? Jacinda, are
Yeah.
you talking? I can't hear you.
I
Oh, there you
can
go.
y'all hear me? Okay.
Yes, now we can hear you.
I'll go first, John, and then you can please jump in. I think really the way that I think about it, the way that we build relationships with folks, that just doesn't change. Like meeting people where they are, always doing a pulse check, like trying to make sure like we're holding space that needs to be held in the way that it needs to be held. And I think that's why maybe we took a pause with the ensemble for a minute because we needed to like get realigned and like make sure this is something that like our city is good for our city and good for the folks who are putting the energy into it. So I think that's the big piece for me. Yes, everything that all of you all said, and also just constantly checking in with our community and the folks that we're holding, like we want it to be relevant. We want it to still be having the impact. We want to always reduce harm. And so we want to make sure with whatever we're doing in community, our intention is for there to be as least amount of harm as possible. So that's kind of how we've always approached it. Any form of community engagement that we do, is it necessary? Is it needed? Is it us? So that's what I'll say. And right now, we're kind of in a piloting with the playground. We had one vision for it, and it's shaping up a little bit differently. And so we're constantly reflecting and asking, like, is this poetry making playground? We may have imagined it one particular way, but how is it hitting our relatives, hitting the people, that we're responsible to and that we're loving on? Is it necessary? Is it us that needs to provide it in this way? But I'll let you step in and talk about the ensemble and just like that approach.
Right now, we're just trying to get the numbers strong leading into February. As far as just having a good amount of shorties to work with. The overall intent is kind of just to bring back that same energy that we once had when we were doing these performances and when we were just traveling and being in everybody's spot. But I think the way that the community could be mainly is us being a part of the community again and actually joining up and being in these spaces and being with y'all, but also just a little bit of a lean in belief into what things can be, if not greater than what they were already. I think is something we want to be done. The name's been good as far as what y'all know us for, but we really trying to take it to a different level when it comes to even just musicality, performance level, and just being taken serious. I think ultimately, that might be a little greedy and personal, but I just feel like we, the youth that are coming in, deserve to be able to be pushed into a light that is legitimate and really be recognized by the city. So yeah, that's really it. I feel like it's time we go pro for real if we're gonna do this. that we really taking the kids to a level where they can actually start getting paid beyond a summer stipend. You know what I'm saying? I want them to really turn this into a business that they can really live off and a lifestyle that they can really grasp and push on to others and encourage people to know that, like, yeah, it's for real. So that's that.
That's what's up. And I appreciate y'all showing up today to share about what y'all have going on. Shabrations is gonna continue to promote all of the events that are posted to the app. This is a free app. This is for open stage events, from open mics to jam sessions to workshops as well. And I do want to stress that, when we say open mic, that doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be a certain type of thing. If artists are able to sign up and they can get the stage for a certain amount of time to perform, that is an open mic, or a certain amount of time to express in whatever way, but then also jam sessions as well. It's not just about music. If we're jamming over, poetry, or if we're jamming over dance, those are all welcome, just as long as for jam sessions, as long as the space is open for artists to come and be, and to express. So I want to go around the room one more time just to plug your initiatives, whether it be open mic, a jam session, or workshop, or any and all of that. I know there's some hybrid and there's some crossover, but just want to give y'all one more chance to the audience that's watching, and for the recording here that we'll post, so folks can know what's going on. I'm going to start with Rich Robbins once again. Go ahead and let them know.
Yeah, so Respect the Mic happens every last Thursday of the month, 7 to 9 p.m. at 3520 West Fullerton. That's Positive Space Studios in Logan Square. It's a really beautiful space, small art gallery. We actually don't do any microphones, even though it's an open mic, but it adds to the intimacy of the entire vibe. You are really just getting artists in their most raw and authentic forms, and vulnerable forms too. And we fostered a culture over there of holding each other, and supporting each other even beyond the open mic. So please roll through if that sounds interesting to you. And we look forward to seeing everybody every last Thursday of the month.
Yes. All right, Ari.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep. Oh, it just pressed again. I'm unmute. It just muted us
Unmute,
again
Ari.
for some reason.
Am I
You good
back?
now?
Am
Yeah,
I
you
back?
Got it.
Okay. All right. So I host Mic'd Up Monday every third Monday of the month, and it is normally at our space on 103rd and Hill, right off the metro, next door to Benny's Beat. But I think next month we're going to do it back at Signature Bar. It went really good and it was real cute, and so I think we might go back there in February. But just follow us at Mic'd Up Mondays on Instagram, MICDUPMONS, and you could just kind of keep up with if the location will be at home or somewhere else. But yep, and that's 7 to 10 every time.
Dope. All right, Benky, you up?
All right. Art therapy. My next show is art therapy. Is going to be every second Saturday of the month. It's going to be in Pilsen, so there's no parking. It's that's what's real shit. But it's a good time. It's a good time. You find a parking space, you lit. And at the art therapy, we will have first. It's going to be from 7 to 11. We'll have Frankie do some sound healing and meditation. He'll also be doing some like massages and Reiki later as well. But we're gonna start off with that. We're gonna have 420 ping pong. I went undefeated, no big deal. Come fuck with me. Let's see. 420 ping pong, meditation. Oh, jam session, open jam session. So everybody's bringing their instruments, including Sam. Came through and killed last time. DJ. Oh, there'll be plates being sold there by my chef Virgo Bro Chef Prep. There'll be a bar there and there'll be vendors there. So 420 ping pong, meditation sound shit, vendors, open jam session, plates, every second Saturday in Pilsen. And then Grown Folk Stories is every third Thursday at the Promontory. At this point, I'm pretty much running that shit by myself, but everybody come through.
You locked in.
Locked in.
All right, Jacinda, can we get you to talk about Poetry Making Playground?
Kuma Links hosts the Chicago Poetry Making Playground. It's on the west side on California and Harrison, 601 South California. It's reservation only, so you just got to check out our Eventbrite and book your a session to come through it. They're 90-minute tours. You can add on, workshops. If you want to host an event at the Poetry Making Playground, we love it. We love collabs. And you can find out just the different monthly events that we offer at the playground just by going to our Instagram, which is at Kumba Links.
Dope. And Ja, can we get you to talk about Kumba Links Performance Ensemble?
So Performance Ensemble will be held at PMP at the Poetry Making Playground once a week on Saturdays. We're hoping to give it an entire 8-hour shift. I think it'll be beginning in between 11 to 5-ish, maybe longer. We haven't fully determined how many hours that day will be because we still might get a Friday where we're able to meet up. But the goal is to just start building out a production, do some hardcore writing, and two things: getting them prepared for Brave New Voices, because we got lucky enough to kind of be in control of a group of shorties who might get to go and participate and perform for Brave New Voices. But also mainly just getting a quality show back on the road, to be in all of these type of places and spaces so that we could put on how we, the vintage way, if not better. And yeah, that'll be once a week. We're in the middle of recruiting right now, so like we've just got our 5 slots filled up. We'll be in CPS schools trying to recruit and just do our thing and making sure the kids come through. If any of y'all know any that want to be down with that, please let us know. But yeah, stationed really just once a week at PMP. We'll be making the performance ensemble thing come back together.
That's what's up. Yes, we definitely got to make more room for these youth. They are the future for sure, and they are hungry. They're hungry for structure. They're hungry for just opportunities to express. They're hungry to learn and be inspired. So once again, Kumba Links, I really appreciate y'all for standing in the gap for 30 years now. This is crazy. 30 years. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Let us know when the party is, because this is what, like 2019, y'all saying 2016, right? So y'all let us know when the party is. The whole city gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying? This is a big deal. This is a big deal. So thank y'all once again for being here, and thank you all for tuning in. This is Soundboard Saturdays. We're going to be doing this every Saturday, just highlighting the scene, highlighting a lot of the events that are happening on the Vibrations app. This is a brand new app. It's got great automation. We had a little snafu with Rich Robbins, but we're trying to work that out. We're in our growing pains right now, but y'all definitely check out the app. It looks really good. It works really well for the most part. And we're looking to just provide some more updates later, just so we can have more and more of eventually an alternative to social media. We know that there's a love-hate with creatives on social media, and rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? But the main reason we were doing this is to provide a platform to centralize all of the goodness that's happening in the city of Chicago with these open stages. All right. So I want to say thank you to Ari, thank you to Jai, thank you to Rich, thank you to Jacinta and Binky. Thank you all for being here, and thank you all for tuning in. This is Soundboard Saturdays. Much love, y'all.